weight or the reason you gain weight. Period.
I will make this work, I promise. She don't care. She does not care. I don't want to be alone.
I feel like a prisoner. My life is pretty much over if this is all that's left for me.
Can anyone even imagine what it would be like to live life while being 600 pounds or more? It's like carrying around a grizzly bear everywhere you go. The people on this show live that sad and challenging reality. Let's take a look at the story of Joe Wexler, who, when first appeared on the show, weighed way over 600 pounds. His determination, however, is definitely something to admire, and I guarantee his story will have you on the edge of your seat. Get ready, people. We're about to dive into some of the most intense and fascinating stories on my 600-pound life that will for sure have you wanting more. Besides Joe, we're going to look into other contestants' stories that are guaranteed to keep you hooked.
She County 911.
I need to send an ambulance out here.
What's the problem? Tell me exactly what's happening.
I stood up last night. My left knee popped real loud and the pain's unbearable.
Have you been in the floor this whole time, or were you able to get back up?
No, I've been in the floor.
We're sending them out there to you, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Joe Wexler's story is one of hope and determination. At 31 years old, Joe weighed over 707 pounds, which is roughly the size of a small herd of goats. Facing severe health issues, Joe's weight had left him isolated and dependent on his parents for care. Desperate for a change, Joe sought the help of Dr. Now to turn his life around.
So, tell me what's going on.
A lot of stuff going on with size, obviously. I keep falling and it's hard to go anywhere, walk anywhere, do anything, you know.
Tell me about your eating habit. How many times you eat in 24 hours?
Actual meals twice a day, but I'm snacking all day.
Joe's relationship with food began as a way to cope with his emotions. After his parents' divorce, Joe found solace in eating, and boy, did he commit to that solace. His severe obesity worsened over the years, making it difficult for him to live independently or enjoy a normal life, like going to the bathroom without an entourage.
Was looking around, trying to find some way to off myself. Kept thinking it would be better for everybody.
Determined to reclaim his life, Joe followed Dr. Now's strict diet and exercise regimen. His commitment to the program was unwavering, and he quickly began to see results. Joe underwent weight loss surgery, which helped him shed a significant amount of weight and improved his health.
Fight's over, and I'm not a quitter.
The next time I see Joe, he needs to lose a good amount of weight, or there is nothing I can do for him.
Joe's journey wasn't all sunshine and salads. He faced emotional and psychological hurdles, including dealing with his self-esteem and relationships. It's hard to feel like Casanova when you need a forklift to get out of bed. However, his determination and the support of his family and medical team helped him overcome these obstacles and continue his path to a healthier life.
And it's hard not to get depressed. The last time I got this depressed, I thought about hurting myself. And I don't want to end up in a place that dark again.
Over time, Joe's hard work paid off. He lost over 500 pounds. Yes, that's like losing a whole linebacker, and gained the freedom to live independently. His story is a powerful example of the potential for transformation and the importance of perseverance. Joe's journey on My 600-Pound Life is a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the possibility of a brighter future.
It really is. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know I'm going to keep going, and then I'll get to my target.
You ready to go home?
It's been such a hard year, but it's been one that's changed my life.
When Paula started her journey on My 600-Pound Life, she tipped the scales at a whopping 542 pounds, motivated not just by her own struggles, but also by the memory of her husband, who had passed away. Due to complications from his weight, Paula was ready for a change.
My husband being overweight, that's what killed him. It's been almost a year since he hasn't been here, and I don't think that I'm far behind him. I know it affects my kids. They just lost their dad. My 8-year-old, she said it. Mommy, I don't want you to die.
Determined to turn her life around, Paula sought the help of the ever-blunt Dr. Now. Her first consultation was a reality check, highlighting her high blood pressure and severe mobility issues. Dr. Now's plan was strict. No more midnight ice cream binges, but Paula was ready to take on the challenge to transform her life. She wanted to change everything around for the better.
She needs to apply herself and show me that she can make lifestyle changes. Otherwise, surgery would not be any help to Paula. Sometimes the patient that they have right answers have hardest time losing weight.
After moving to Houston, Texas, Paula's first visit to Dr. Now didn't go as planned. Instead of losing 20 pounds, she gained 17. Oops! Now things were more complicated than ever. She needed to stick to a stricter diet and prove she had the determination to lose the required weight so Dr. Now could perform the surgery. Talk about turning up the pressure.
I'm sick of drinking liquids. Yogurt for breakfast, soup for lunch, soup for dinner. Soup, soup, and more soup. Eating soup for every meal is hard to do. I don't know that I realized how difficult this process is going to be. But at this point, I have to do it. I've got to get the weight off.
Post-surgery, Paula faced the challenge of adjusting to her new lifestyle. The road to recovery wasn't a smooth, freshly paved highway, but more like a bumpy country road. She had to navigate dietary changes, incorporate regular exercise, and manage her existing health conditions. It was going to be a long journey even after this point for Paula, but hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
I thought I was doing better. I've done everything he's asked me to do. Feeling very frustrated. It's not working.
But the results didn't come fast nor easy. 6 months after surgery, Paula wasn't losing weight. Instead, she was gaining some. It's like her diet wasn't working, or maybe it was the lack of exercise. She didn't want to quit, though. She just lacked seeing the results.
And I don't know that I know how to be successful. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
But Paula prevailed. She managed to lose enough weight to make the surgery possible on her. She had to have 2 surgeries at once, gastric bypass and hernia surgery. This was no easy thing to do, but with the help of Dr. Now, Paula has managed to turn her life around and become healthier.
I think she's going to be okay.
Thank you.
It's been a long journey. I'm proud of myself, and I think I'm doing better. And I think that Alan would agree.
These 2 stories so far have restored our faith in humanity for sure. We hope you're enjoying these transformations as much as we are. If so, subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up if you want more interesting stories from My 600-Pound Life. Now, this next one about Angel Parish is going to be a real treat. Trust me. Upon her first appearance on the show, Angel weighed 570 pounds. She was bound to a wheelchair and relied on her boyfriend, Donnie, for her everyday needs. She wanted this to change. Her eating habits changed when she placed her baby up for adoption at 14. Things got even worse when she gave birth to their child with Donnie, so something had to change.
I am not who I'm supposed to be for Andrew. I love you, Andrew. My son wants me to be able to go everywhere with him, do everything with him. Don't come home with no broken bones. And it hurts me because I've gotten so big. I have to tell him, no, I can't.
During her first consultation with Dr. Now, Angel's dire health situation was laid bare. She was diagnosed with multiple health issues, including high blood pressure, diabetes, and severe respiratory problems. Dr. Now prescribed a strict diet plan to help her lose 50 pounds needed for gastric bypass surgery. But this wasn't going to be easy.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to lose the weight and get the surgery. I'm getting my life back.
Over the next couple of months, Angel Angel stuck to her diet and made great progress. She was confident in herself, but at the same time, afraid of the way in. She had to have lost those 50 nasty pounds, or else she won't qualify for surgery. And she did just that.
I need the surgery, and this is going to be a new start for me. I'm ready for it.
However, when it was time for the surgery, some complications arose. Due to previous abdominal surgeries, Dr. Now had to call off the gastric bypass surgery because of the scar tissues that were left over from Angel's previous surgeries.
The operation didn't turn out like I expected. It turned out to be a lot more adhesion and scar tissue in the abdomen that caused a lot of problems. So we just stopped at this point, and she didn't have bypass, but she had a lot of corrective surgery, and that's going to be a positive thing for Angel.
After all this time, Angel wasn't feeling good. She had to wait for the bypass surgery, and in the meantime, she wasn't feeling like herself. Her motivation? Her child, Andrew. She knew she needed to go through all this in order for her to be the mother Andrew deserves.
When I lost all the weight to get the bypass, I pretty much did it by starving myself. I didn't focus much on being more active. So it's still hard for me to move around and walk. But I have to do it for Andrew.
A turning point in Angel's story. Other doctors found her to be malnourished, and they placed a feeding tube into her to get her the nutrients they thought she needed. However, this would turn out to be a big mistake.
Healed enough from surgery for me to remove the feeding tube, but we can take the drainage tube out, and we're going to close off the feeding tube and discontinue using it so she can start losing weight again.
However, thanks to Dr. Now's quick thinking, strict methods, and Angel's strong willpower, Angel has managed to lose weight efficiently, and her life changed for the better. Her determination and mindfulness shows that you can achieve even the hardest of goals in life if you don't quit.
This past year has been a roller coaster ride, but it's all worth it because I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for my family.
Chuck's story is a bit of a different one, but it's sure worth telling. He came to the show weighing 693 pounds. He started gaining weight after his first wife was murdered. Now that's quite a gut-wrenching reason. But after adopting a son with his second wife, Chuck realized it was time to do something with himself.
I can't do my part of everything I'm supposed to do. And I want to provide for Nissa. Give her the life she deserves.
Our family won't last much longer if something doesn't change.
After a tense consultation with Dr. Now, he has informed Chuck that he has to change things around in his life before he can be admitted for surgery. He needs to be proactive. He needs to get his eating disorder under control and get his life together in general.
So how do you think Dr. Nowzaradan would feel about you going to go eat?
Dr. Now don't need to know.
He needs to lose 30 pounds to prove that he's ready for surgery.
By month 2, Chuck has lost enough weight in order for Dr. Now to be able to do surgery on him. Even though he battled a lot with changing his habits and fighting the urges to eat more, he proved to Dr. Now that he is willing to fight for his goal.
Surgery is probably the last thing that can help me, and if it fails, then I'm a failure. I feel like this is my last chance at life. I'm not some punk that wants to lay around in the house and not go to work. I want to do what I'm supposed to do and provide.
But even after the surgery, it wasn't smooth sailing for Chuck. He still had urges to eat and still wanted food that was unhealthy and he shouldn't eat. Because of this, Dr. Now wasn't satisfied with his weight loss results when he went back for his checkup.
Chuck is not making the progress that he should be making. He's overeating, but he's denying it. Only eat 3 times a day and try not to snack. And don't.
I don't snack much, very rarely. I have a snack here and there.
You're still eating fast food from habit, so you need to overcome all those issues.
In the meanwhile, Chuck's wife, Nissa, also underwent weight loss surgery. They both wanted to become better and healthier and live a longer, more active life. Chuck had to do some of the duties Nissa was before the surgery, and this made their days and overall relationship a lot harder.
For this marriage to have hope, he needs to be a 50-50 partner. You don't get married to do everything by yourself.
I don't deserve this. I lost 100 pounds. She acts like it's no big deal. Her attitude's not good.
And if you couldn't have guessed, this couldn't go on like this for long. Nissa has filed the paperwork to divorce from Chuck and left him alone, taking their son with her. This was a horrible period in Chuck's life.
I promise you I won't fail. I'm able to get a job. I will go in the morning and go to work for somebody to make damn sure I pay my damn bills.
I really don't see that happening.
I won't never do this again as long as I live. I know I have. I know I have, and I know I told you my word's no good to you, and I will make it right. I promise.
But Chuck didn't give up, not even after this. He lost another 84 pounds since his last visit at Dr. Now's office, and he was ready to get his lymphedema removed and continue on the path to a healthier life. Nissa also gave Chuck a second chance, and they've both been doing good after their surgeries since. And a big thank you for watching this video about people who have undergone some intense moments in my 600-pound life. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to our channel and comment which patient's story shook you the most. Stay tuned, because our next video will probably shock you to your core.
Would you stop it? I mean it. Just stop. I feel like I have my life back, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.